just don't know.
Quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate over here.
All right, so what have you got?
Me?
Yeah, you had anything? Let's hear it.
Ping, Draba, Inglewood, Casanoma. That's as far as I get.
Oh, I like the yeah, kind of onomatopoeic.
But do you think it's Hamlet?
Don't ask me. I'm just a chef.
You could have just given us a clue or something.
Yeah, or story conference.
But that defeats the whole purpose of the experiment.
Oh, I know. 3 monkeys typing into infinity will sooner or later produce Hamlet.
Right.
Completely by chance.
And Dr. David Rosenbaum up in that booth is going to prove it.
But what is Hamlet?
I don't know.
What is Hamlet?
I don't know.
You know, this is really stupid.
Have you got something better to do? The sooner we produce the thing, the sooner we get out.
Sort of a publisher perish for the twist.
What do we owe this Rosenbaum anyway? A guy who stands outside those bars and tells people that one's Milton, that one's Swift, and that one's Kafka, just to get a laugh?
What's a Kafka anyway? Why am I a Kafka?
Search me.
What's a Kafka?
All his four-eyed friends show the kid stitch.
How do you expect us to write Hamlet when we don't know what it is?
Okay, so the chances are a bit slim.
Yeah, and this from a guy who's supposed to be smart. This from a guy at Columbia University.
The way I see it, there is a providence that oversees our drafts and rough drafts than how we may.
Well, what about you, Milton? What do you got?
Oh, this, let's see. Of man's first disobedience and the fruit of a forbidden tree, whose mortal taste brought death.
Ooh, I like that. It's got rhythm to really sing.
Yeah?
But do you think it's Shakespeare?
Who cares? He's got a real voice there.
Does Dr. Rosenbaum care about voice? Does he care about anybody's individual creativity?
Let's look at this from Rosenbaum's point of view for a minute.
No. He brings us in here to produce copy, then only wants a clean draft of somebody else's stuff. We're getting peanuts here to beat somebody's hat.
Writing's a mug's game anyway, Swifty.
Well, it has made me mad.
Whoa! Just buckle down and set up a schedule for yourself. Type for a few hours in the morning, then settle down, let your juices flow. Then, in the afternoon, do a few more pages, then settle down to some papaya and louse picking. What's the big idea?
If this Rosenbaum was worth anything, we'd be working on word processors, not these antiques. He's lucky he can find 3 to type this good. Then he treats us like those misfits at the Bronx Zoo. I mean, a tire swing. What does he take us for?
I like the tire swing. I think it was a very nice touch.
I can't work under these conditions. No wonder I'm producing garbage.
How does the rest of yours go, Milton?
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Whose mortal taste brought death into the Blamagam, bed socks, knockwurst, Tinkerbell. What do you think?
I think I'm good.
I don't know.
What? Is it the tone? I knew this was kind of a stretch for me.
I'm just not sure it has the same expressive intensity and pungent lyricism as the first part.
Well, sure, it needs rewriting. What doesn't? This is a rough draft and... Lights on!
Oh, this bit!
I didn't want to. What?
I don't know, I can't see, I've got my paws over my eyes!
What? What's the point of it?
Why do they videotape our bowel movements?
What?
Lights
How you doing anyway, Franz? What have you got?
Well,
Ooh. What is that? Postmodernism?
I like that.
At least it'll mess up his data.
I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here in the first place. I'm not a writer, I'm a monkey. I'm supposed to be swinging on a bridge, singing on dance, not sitting under fluorescent lights, working on a typewriter 10 hours a day.
It sure is a long way home from sweet Africa, where watered down herbs and tender grazing was sweetly interposed.
Paradise, wasn't it?
Laws!
Laws!
I've been trying to work on some of that in this new piece here, but it's all still pretty close to the bone.
Just because they can keep us locked up, they think they're more powerful than we are.
They are more powerful than we are.
Just because they control the means of production, they think they can suppress the workers.
Things are how they are. What are you going to do?
Hey, you're always so ready to justify the ways of Rosenbaum to the apes.
Do you have a key to that door?
No.
Do you have an independent food source?
No.
So call me a collaborator. I happen to be a professional. If Rosenbaum wants Hamlet, I'll give it a shot. Just don't forget, we're not astrophysicists. We're not brain surgeons. We're gyps. And for apes in captivity, this is not a bad gig.
What's really frightening is if we stick around this cage long enough, we're gonna evolve into Rosenbaum.
Huh? Evolve? In a Rosenbaum?
Brush up on your Darwin, baby. We're more than kin and less than kind.
Does anybody have a smoke? I'm all out.
Don't look at me. Does that satisfy those lawyers with the old smoking chip out? No, thank you.
Don't be a sap, Swifty. You gotta use them. Use the system.
What do you mean?
Watch me while I put my antic disposition on. See what I mean? My face.
Yeah, they should have thrown in a Cupid doll for that performance.
Got results, didn't it?
Sure, you do your bonzo routine and get a cigarette out of it. Last week I totaled the whole typewriter and got a whole carton of Marlboros.
The problem was, you didn't schmoke them. You took a crap on them!
It was a political statement.
Well, you made your statement, and I got my schmoke. All's well that ends well, right?
Well, it's the only way we know they're watching.
Huh?
Look, we perform, we break typewriters, a cigarette appears. At least that's a sign that someone up there is paying attention.
Our resident philosopher.
Well, what if one of us really does write Hamlet?
Huh?
I mean, here we are, set down to prove the inadvertent virtues of randomness, and to produce something we wouldn't even recognize and it passed right through our hands. Well, what if one of us really does it?
Would we really be released?
Will they give us a key to the city and a ticker-tape parade?
Oh, they move us on to Ulysses! Oh, why did they pick Hamlet in the first place? What Hamlet's never they to Hamlet that we should care? Boy, they respect the time that makes a calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time? The oppressor's wrong, the proud man's kind to
Hey,
me.
Swifty.
The pangs of despised love, the law's delay.
Hey, Swifty, relax, will you?
Have a banana.
I just wish I could get Rosenbaum in here. See how he doesn't produce a Hamlet. Oh, that's it! That's it! Forget about this random Hamlet crap. What about revenge?
Huh?
Revenge? On Rosenbaum?
Who else? Has he bereft us of our homes and families, stepped in between us and our expectations?
Well, how would we do it?
Easy. We lure him in here, have him look at the typewriters, check him out like something's wrong. But we poison the typewriter keys!
Brilliant.
Sure, some juice of hers having us spread liberally over the keyboard. Ought to work like a charm.
Great.
If that doesn't work, we embed him the tie swing and invite him for a ride. Plus, I challenge him to a duel.
Genius.
Can't you see it? In the course of mortal combat, I casually graze my rapier over the poisoned typewriter keys and a hit! A palpable hit! For reserve, we lay by with a cup of venomous distilled. We'll put the vessel with the pestle and the pellet with the poison.
Look, I gotta get back to work. The man's gonna want his pages.
It's not a bad idea, but
What's the matter with you guys? I'm onto something here.
I think it's hopeless, Swifty.
But this is the goods.
Where was I? Fedsock, Knockworst, Tinkerbell.
Readiness is all, I guess.
You bet. Just let me know when that K-bun gives out, honey.
Okay. All right, you two serfs go back to work. I'll do the thinking around here. Swifty, revenge.
Red Sox, Knockwurst, Tinkerbell, Hemorrhoid. That's good. This is good.
Act 1, Scene 1. Alessiano Castle, Denmark.
Hemorrhoid.
Enter Bernardo and Francisco.
Pomegranate.
Francisco says, "Who's there?"
Bazooka!